Hello and welcome to a new video. Today it's about self-healing, self-love, because I got a comment from one of you guys that you're having a hard time because of a driving license, I guess that was it. And yeah, it can be quite scary to be put in front of such a situation. I've been there before, but I thought I would make it about what to do when you feel down or when you have trouble seeing the bright light in front of you. So I got myself some notes and I'm just gonna tell you what I do or what you can do in general to feel better about yourself, about the situation. So if you're put into a situation where you're facing people or like an exam or something like that, you have power poses you can do. This is like the easiest way to gain a little bit of confidence. So you kind of stand up, make yourself tall, breathe in, and then you have all that energy and feel a bit bigger and brighter and bolder. So yeah, that's what you can do. Just like 2 minutes before you enter the room where you have to face the exam or whatever. And it's proven that it works. So whenever you have your next appointment, just do it before, and I swear to you, it works wonders. You feel more confident, more comfortable in your own skin. And yeah, well, I think exams can be scary because you are judged by the things you do during that like 10-minute time span, and it doesn't really represent yourself. It only represents your nervous self. And my first driving exam, I felt so bad because I was so nervous and I wasn't really thinking, and I was like, oh my god, I need to do this, I need to do this. And then he said you have to turn right, but I didn't turn right because it was like a really weird street. And then he was like, madam, you did something wrong or something like that. And I was like, oh my god. So that was like always recurring in my mind, and then I did other stuff wrong, and yeah, it was just bad. But my second exam, I was like super relaxed because I trained a little bit more, and I was like, okay, now I can do this, and I wasn't nervous at all, and it was so relaxing, and like I passed without any struggle. So it's good, like sometimes it's good to be a bit nervous because you get more energy from it, but if you are too nervous, it's just in your head the whole time and you can't think straight. So maybe try, this is the next point, to stop and breathe. If you feel like you get super nervous, super like, oh my god, I can't do this and blah blah, just stop for a second, close your eyes, breathe deeply in and out, and really try to focus on your mind. Let the chatter go. Just be like, okay, I can do this. Motivate yourself and just trust that you can do this and that everything will be alright in the future eventually. But it's always gonna be alright. Like if you just stay positive, and this is actually another point that you should focus on the positive. If your mind is always in a spiral downward of bad black thoughts, and you're like, oh, I can't do this, I'm not enough, I'm bad, everybody hates me, I'm gonna lose my job, I'm not gonna make enough money, then it just continues, and you think about all the bad things that are happening, all the bad things that happened in the past or that will happen in the future. And if you think about it on and on and on, it will happen because it's in your mind, it's in your life. You can't really see the positive things that are happening because you're only focused on the negative ones. And if it's in your head, I'm really bad at explaining this, but you could go and watch The Secret. This is all about manifestation. And if the bad things, where like the bad thoughts are always in your head, you just manifest them and they are gonna happen. I experienced that myself. So yeah, just think on the positive ones, think that you're gonna make it, or that you're already living in an abundance of food, friends, sunshine, nature, whatever it is you like. You have it all already inside of you, and nobody can take it away from you. And yeah, just focus on the little things, on that you're grateful to have a meal, that you're grateful to have a house, grateful to have the sunshine, grateful to have your friend, stuff like that. And it's definitely gonna come that everything's turning out to be good again. Like, I really don't want to move out of this apartment because it's perfect. I love the kitchen, I love the light, I love just where it's situated in Berlin. But I know that when I move out, it's gonna be alright, because then I can focus on myself, I can bring my business to another level, I can focus on just creating something amazing and beautiful. And I don't see it like, oh, when I move out here, like everything's gonna be bad, photography is gonna be worse because I'm used to the light here and I can't work and I don't have friends and stuff like that. No, I have an abundant life and I can make it work wherever and with whomever, and like there's always a way. And if you shine bright and be positive, the positive things will just come to you. And people want to surround themselves by people who are positive, because then they get positive too. It's like an energy thing. If you attract, you're positive, you attract stuff, and if you're negative, you kind of repel them, and they're not that easily to attract. So yeah, just focus on the positive, however small they are. Like sometimes just a little smile from a stranger makes me feel so happy when I feel down. So yeah, if you want to give someone a little bit of light, just smile at them in the street and it's gonna work like magic. I assure you. What else? Oh yeah, if you want to take that stop and breathe a little further, you could also do some meditations, like every morning or every night. Just stop, sit down. There are a lot of guided meditations out there for different topics, reasons. So pick whatever you find comfortable, because meditations really drag you into being in the moment, in the present moment, and not think too much about the past or the present, so that the worries are not there. It's just like, I am here now. What do I want to manifest? What do I want in my life? And what don't I want into my life? So it's a really good way to evaluate at what point you're right now and where you actually want to be or are already in. So maybe consider that, and it gives you a little bit of like ease of mind. The mind chatter goes, and the regions in your brain that are not really working probably start to work again. So it's a really good method to just be like, okay, I can do this. This is me. I have those and those and those things I want to achieve, and then just repeat them over and over again without worrying about what bad things happened in the past or what just like is gonna happen in the future, because it can be kind of scary because you don't really know what's gonna happen. But if you just live in the moment and just follow what excites you the most and do what you really love, the future is not gonna be that scary. Yeah, the next point is spend time with friends and family and pets, loved ones. You can talk to them, talk about your worries, about your anxiety, about what excites you, about what you want to do. Just get a hug. Physical contact just works wonders, just like a little touch or a hug, because we as humans, we are really physical, and a touch just sparks so much in us. And yeah, it's just like really comforting. And pets, like, I'm so happy I have Kiwi. She gives me so much energy, so much love, and yeah, just like cuddling with her gives me so much ease of mind. And I know that it's gonna be alright, because dogs or pets in general just live in the moment. They don't have any worries at all, and see how good they are. They are just so sweet. And yeah, we can just be a little bit like pets, I guess. Not to worry too much. The thing that helps me a lot as well is physical activity, so sports, because that's what I really love to do. And whenever I go to acrobatics like pole dance or aerial silks, do stretching, I don't focus on anything else than myself, my body, my muscles, how they move, how I have to like do things. And it's really good because then your mind is occupied, and yeah, you just with yourself doing what you love. Also just little things like going for a walk, being outside in the fresh air really relaxes you and eases your mind and gets the blood flowing. And yeah, it's just good to get out of your house, out of the routine where you're always like thinking about the stuff that's happening or where you're nervous about. So just do something that like gets your body going, which is a really good thing actually. Then also you should treat yourself when you're feeling down, when you go through a different stage, a difficult stage of your life. You should go and treat yourself. Now I'm not saying that you should go on $1,000 vacation. Stuff like going to a sauna, going for a walk if you usually don't do that. Treat yourself to a delicious dinner. Even go and buy yourself shoes if that makes you happy. But yeah, just think about yourself in that moment and do things that make you happy. It's really important that you get happy again, because positive minds form positive habits. And if you're in the downward spiral all the time, there's not going to be a positive thing. So if you feel like you're kind of depressed or anxious, just go out and be like, okay, what can I do to treat myself so that I feel better, so that I have better thoughts, that I can have better actions and better like health of mind in general. So yeah, just like a little something can do a whole lot. And yeah, speaking of the downward spiral, if it just happened and if you feel very sad, it's actually really good to let your emotions out, because if you don't cry, it's just gonna stay there forever, pretty much, and it just accumulates, and then once of a sudden all comes out, and it's gonna be even worse than if you would have let it out like once at a time. Because crying is actually really healthy, and it releases stress. And yeah, so if you feel like crying, cry, and then stop, and then be like, okay, I got this, I'm strong, I can handle it. Yeah, it's just important that you get back up and don't cry for like 2 weeks. But yeah, I don't know, just if I cry afterwards, I usually feel better, feel more relaxed and calm, because all those emotions that are just inside you get out and you're just like free again. So if you feel like doing something, punching a pillow or something, just do it, and then after get back up, be like, okay, I'm strong, I can cry, and I can smile again, so you got this. And then last but not least, which sometimes helps me, I don't do it very often, but I know that some people do it like every day, it's just write everything down. If you have emotions or feelings or thoughts, it's really helpful to write them down, just like a diary, but it doesn't have to be structured, not be like, hey, good morning diary, blah blah blah. You can just write sentences down as they come to your head, just let everything flow without thinking too much, and then it's kind of out of your system because you wrote it down, and it comes from your head straight to the paper, and then your mind is more at ease because it's written down and you don't have to think about it too much. At least for me it's like that. When I think about something, I'm like, okay, I need to remember this, this and this, and it just like spirals in your head all the time. But as soon as you write it down, for example, if you go grocery shopping, you write it down and then it's out of your head. And for me, at least, it's the same with emotions or feelings or thoughts, anything like that. If I write them down, I don't have to think about them anymore because they're written down, and if I want to remember them, I could go in and read, but you actually don't have to go in and read them. It's just like a way of dealing with anxiety or sadness, whatever. So yeah, if you want to, you can just write them down and then close them and be like, okay, this is another chapter in my life. It's gone now. It's good that it was there, because it just makes you stronger, and it's just gonna make you realize who you are and what you want and what you don't want and stuff like that. So yeah, these are the things that I really like to do when I feel down, depressed, anxious. It can be a really tough time, so don't treat yourself too badly. Don't be like, oh, I cry, I'm a bad person or stuff like that. So just be gentle on yourself, focus on the positive, go and watch for positive things, do stuff that makes you happy, rely on people you love, and yeah, I know it can be tough, but you got this, I know that. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you do anything else and would like to share it with us, just write it down in the comments below. That would really help some people. And yeah, I will see you again next time here on my channel.